Welcome back, everybody. My name is BluJay, and we are back at the Reverb Outpost, ready for some more work in our power station today. But first, I want to show you some of these changes that I was talking about in the last episode. If you don't know what it is, hold on for dear life. Here we are. All of the cobblestone is gone. It's all gone, and I've even taken out that texture from my texture pack. It's completely gone. And if you notice, something else I've changed as well is the stained glass itself. No more streaks, no more diagonal streaks through the stained glass. It's just flat, clear, see-through. It's amazing, and I love it. I'm so happy I decided to make this change. And I wrestled for a while on whether or not to do different colors in different parts of the base. But I think I'm going to stick with the light blue for all of like the doorways and hallways and all of that kind of stuff. The only exception would be downstairs here in the next section of our subscriber barracks. It's the purple district, so check it out. Naturally, we have purple stained glass, and I quite like this. I think we'll reserve the other colors of stained glass for builds like this. So that's it. Changes are done. Got some pretty special plans in order for today's episode. We've actually already cleared out some space and done the groundwork for the next section of our build. And we're going to go ahead and put in some end rods just like this. This room right here is going to be called the charging station. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I like it. I'm going to tinker around a little bit. Let's not put one there. That's not where I wanted that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But let's run on in here and place one down there. What does it look like if we do them on the corners? And let's break the middle one. Take these out. Looks too busy. What if we put them on the sides? This is one thing that I have not done in my creative testing world. I did a fly around in the last episode of some of the stuff I've done. I don't think I like that one as much. You know what? Let's revert it back to the way that it was. We'll break all of these and put one in the center, just like that, and then we will do them in the corners of the stained glass on the actual ceiling. Yeah, so I did a fly around of my creative testing world in the last episode, so some of you who have seen that got a little bit of a glance of what we do in that testing world. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's take a step back here. Yeah, I like it. We'll keep that, and then we'll go ahead and put one here, and one here, and one here. And if you have no idea what's happening right now, this, like I said, this is called the charging station. These little end rods are supposed to be like prongs that draw electricity from a certain power source that we will get to here in just a few minutes. Something we've been waiting for a long time to take care of. And these stained glass pieces are kind of like the particles that are being sucked up into the end rods to be transferred to our power beam out in the main part of the power station that we've been working on for the last few episodes, excluding the last one, because we did the villager trading, or not villager trading, the villager breeder, that is. And I think that's it. Well, yeah, let's put one here. Yeah, right there, because if we put it one further back, it'll interfere with the white stained glass. That looks pretty cool. I really, really like that. One more design element before we get our power source in here that we're going to do in just a second. All right, so I've dug some space out behind this area, and I've got some redstone lamps put in place strategically, and we're going to go ahead and put down a hopper here and one here, and then we will break this back one so that we can face it directly into the other hopper. So this is going to be a very simple hopper clock with a comparator out the back, which will detect when there's an item in that hopper, which will send a signal out into the repeaters and into the block, which will light that one. And then it'll send the signal on down the line to light that one. And then we will send another signal down the line to light that one, and so on and so forth. And then once we get done placing all of these in, we'll set some delay timings on these repeaters. Yeah, looking pretty good. We'll do the second space there, which is 2 ticks of delay on the repeaters. And there we go. And it'll produce a really cool effect. Once we get the item in here, let's use a standard piece of redstone. That's what we used on the fueling station earlier. So it'll go back and forth between those two and send signals pulsing on and off just like that. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's going to look so good. Let's run on out here and take a look and see what this looks like. Ready? Yes, there it is. Okay, so it looks like there's just power surging all around the room. And now it's time to go get our subject to add to this room. It's going to be awesome. Be right back. And now for the fun part. Yep, he's still in there. We trapped this guy a while ago. I don't even remember what episode number it was that we trapped this guy. Charged Creeper, the first one that I've ever found naturally in any Minecraft world I've ever played in. This is the first, and we're gonna let him out. Let's get rid of our axe so we don't accidentally hit him, and don't be mad, don't be mad. Oh, run away. Okay, he didn't lose his cool completely, just a little bit. He's over there. Oh, okay, he sees us, he's coming. Follow me, Mr. Creeper. Also, in my hotbar, I've got the name tag that we're going to use to name this guy to ensure that he doesn't despawn. I've heard rumblings that name tags, don't stay applied to animals or mobs or anything like that. They kind of fail. But we're going to do it anyway because I'd rather risk it losing the name than losing the mob at some point. But he's been sitting there for over a month. Okay, good. He's good. He's been sitting there for a while without a name tag, so he should be okay. So we named him Neville. This is what we were going to use for our Enderman farm, but that's broken right now. But I've read the bug reports for the next update, and it looks like they're fixing a lot of Enderman issues. So hopefully we can get our Enderman farm up and running again soon. Whenever that... Don't go in there. Don't bother my bird. You come follow me. You're going into your charging station, Mr. Creeper. Neville the Creeper. Neville the Charged Creeper. That's a good name. That was actually my wife's idea to name the name tag Neville off of Harry Potter, if you guys have ever seen that. Hello? You gonna come in here? I've got something very special in here for you. It's a very nice, comfortable home. Where are you going? Why are you leaving? This is dangerous. Why am I doing this? Why did I not do this before I built all of this nice looking stuff? Because I can't do it after. Because once he's in here, he's in here. Okay, he's in. He's in. Run around. We got our stained glass panes ready to go. Let's peek out and make sure he hasn't wandered on back out. Oh, he's trapped. He's trapped on... Oh! Did you see that? He was coming straight for us. You are in there for good, my friend. Now all we got to do is put this last piece of stained glass in place so he doesn't look at us and if we get too close, get angry and explode with rage. We're good. He's hopping for joy. Look at that. He's so happy to be in his home. Let's run back around here. I accidentally placed down an extra piece of concrete. He shouldn't be able to get out at this point or even see us, so this should be fine. But we'll be cautious just in case. There we go. Problem solved. We're all good. Oh, this is so exciting. So basically the story of this build. These little prongs, the end rods, they draw power from the charged creeper. Why are you stuck? Why aren't you, there you go. There you go. But please just don't explode. Don't be mad. We built a very nice home for you. There we go. Okay, so basically they draw power from the charged creeper, which cycles through the system as you see the rotation of the lights there. Man, this build is so cool looking. I love it. And you know that power that we're drawing from the charged creeper goes to the power beam. That's not the right spot for that. Let's take that back out. There we go, and there we go. Piecing everything back together, making it look all nice and neat. And we'll put a few I wonder if he's going to keep getting stuck on those stained glass panes. Yeah, it's okay though. He can just wander around wherever he likes in there. And then should we put some quartz slabs up here? I think so. I think that'll look better. Frame it out. Got a few more in the inventory. And there we go. Completed build. So happy. This another idea that I've had for a while. I'm so glad it came together. So excited. Let's turn this on. Yep, I love it. Had somebody in the last episode ask for an iron farm update, so here it is. This is kind of where it was at the last time I showed an iron farm update, but it's actually recovered a lot of iron because we used a ton of iron for the beacon itself. It required, what, 160 some, 130 some iron blocks? I don't remember, but we used a lot of iron, and we've already got it all back. We are making a ton of progress in today's project. We've got our charging station all done, and now it is time to add in the section where we're going to put the input chests for our Auto Smelter. Got another balcony here that overlooks the hangar bay, but unfortunately, we're going to have to do something about these stained glass beams. They look cool. I love them, but I think I'm going to move them up. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an arch yet, where the middle section is higher and the outside sections are where they're at now, or if I'm going to move the entire thing up so it looks like the whole roof is being supported by those stained glass beams. But they can't stay where they're at now, at least those middle ones, because I do want to do a balcony on the other side of the hangar bay where my personal quarters is going to be. So we'll definitely have to do something about that at some point. But right now we are finding the place where our hoppers are gonna go, and I'm not sure about that redstone torch. I don't know if that's going to interfere with the flow. If it'll send a signal to the hopper right next to it and lock that hopper. If it does, that's a problem. So let's go ahead and dig this out just in case. But we'll run a line here and give it a quick test to make sure. So let's grab a couple hoppers and throw them down there and there. And what can we put in here? I don't really have any smeltable items, so let's grab our spruce planks. And it looks like it worked. It's no longer in that hopper, so I think we're good. So we can go there. And then I need to come up here and figure out where we're going to put the line itself. I kind of want it to be centered. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's no true center there if we do it that way. I'm thinking there. We'll probably do it there. Oh, yeah, because if we go over to the edge of the balcony, 1, 2, 3, 4... right there. That's the middle. And we'll knock these out. Oh, and look! Our hoppers are already in the right spot. We've lucked out. That's amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and run another hopper right there and right there. Oh, nope, that's one too high, so we'll take that one back out. There we go. And we'll dig these 2 blocks out. There we go. And hopper and hopper. Now all we need is a chest to put on top of that. And we're going to go ahead and run the other line as well on the opposite side of the room. And I'm going to get that all hooked up and ready to go. And I will come back to you in just a moment. Both of our input chests are in place and ready to go, and we've got a stack of sand ready to smelt up because, you know, with stained glass being the primary block in this base, we're going to need a lot of it now. So over to the left, that is the fuel side, and over here is the smeltable item side. So we'll throw our sand in there, and we'll watch for the lights to happen. I think it takes like 4 or 5 pieces in the final furnace in order for this to light up. Are we going to get it? Is it working? Did we hook it up correctly? Still waiting. Oh, there we go. There we go. Awesome. So excited. So happy this is working. And we finally have a final resting place for our input chests. So excited. Projects are happening. projects are getting finished. This is exactly what I wanted this series to be. So happy that we're finally getting ourselves on track and not leaving things unfinished. And we've got working systems, we've got cool looking places to go in our base. This thing's really starting to come together. I'm really happy with the work. Let's make sure everything's funneling out like it should. This is the last thing right here, by the way, that we need to get done. Perfect, it's working. On this auto smelter, we need to figure out where the items are gonna come out. Don't know where that's gonna be just yet. I originally had it planned to be in the actual storage system, but I've moved the location of where my storage system is going to go, and we'll get to that later in another episode. It's going to be awesome. Last piece of the puzzle here, we're going to throw down our item frames so we can identify what is what. So there is the smeltable items section, and then there is the coal. All those hoppers there, by the way, those are just for looks. They're for fun. They don't actually do anything, but, give some atmosphere to the build itself. This is looking pretty good. I'm happy. Today's comment of the day says, I was really glad when you made the decision not to use the cobblestone walls. Really glad as it makes the base look more sci-fi, bluish, and natural. From Ezra Jenna. Wasn't exactly a question of the day, but more of just a comment, which I do that from time to time, but I figured we could address this comment while we are lighting up some caves, because I've been getting some pretty nasty lag spikes once in a while, especially when I've got my render distance turned up on like one side of my base, the side of the base that the power station is on, and it's not fantastic. So I'm going to light up the cave systems underneath this place because I've got a sneaking suspicion there's a ton of mobs down here somewhere. One, because it's laggy in certain spots. And two, because I don't see very many mobs on the surface these days. Even at night, they're just very, very sparse, and it's not even lit up on the ground around the places of the base. There should be a lot more action as far as mobs go. So I'm assuming there's something pretty intense going on down here, and we need to light all of this stuff up. One, so we don't get lag. Two, so we can get access to creepers and mobs and all the stuffs up on the surface, so we don't have to come down to the caves to get to it. Ooh. Do you see that? Holy moly! Look at that! Wow! That is intense. See? What did I say? I think there's a lot of this going on down here. I think we're going to have to crash the mob party that's going on down here. We're going to have to get rid of all these guys. Sorry, folks. Okay, so let's go ahead and address the comment from today while we are, picking these guys off and lighting up the caves. So happy that the change was made to get rid of the cobblestone. I got quite a few comments just like this, and I want to say first and foremost that I'm not offended at all by people being honest about stuff like that. Totally welcome honest feedback, as long as it's, civil and constructive and not just, hey, I hate your build style, you're a dummy. Like that kind of stuff I don't appreciate, and I don't get that very often. We've got an amazing community of subscribers here who are very positive in the way they give feedback. Even like the negative feedback that comes in from time to time is not all that negative. It's very constructive and helps me to figure out what you guys want to see that would make this channel better, that would keep your interest longer, and all of that kind of stuff. So thank you for honest feedback. Love that. And I agree with you. I'm kind of in the same position. Please don't explode, creeper. I'm in the same position with the cobblestone. I really, and I said this in the last episode, I really liked it for the use that we, used it for. I really liked it for this base. But what really got me thinking about swapping it out and not using it anymore, good night, so many creepers, was going to the jungle. When we went to the jungle and when we found that jungle temple, I turned off my texture pack so that we could explore the jungle temple as it was meant to be. And I got to thinking, okay, well, what if I want to keep this world going after this series is over? Am I going to have to turn my texture pack on and off every time I come and go from this base? No, I don't really want to do that. I want textures that will work throughout the world. So the decision was made that if I used regular cobblestone, if I used the regular cobblestone texture that comes standard with the game or with the new default textures that I've got enabled right now, it doesn't look good in the base. So I've got to do something. And the decision was made to use the stained glass, and I absolutely love that decision. And I agree with this comment that says it looks more sci-fi. I mean, it looks more bluish because it's blue stained glass. Overall, it just looks better. Really happy with the change, and I think that's going to inspire a lot of new ideas and new builds in the future. I mean, honestly, I've been more excited since we made that change. A couple more mobs down here. Let's take care of you guys. I've been more excited about like coming up with build ideas in the last week since I've decided, yes, I'm going to make this change. And just so many cool ideas come into my mind and things that we're going to get done in the future. And I'm just super excited about it. So let's talk for just a second about something a little bit different along the same lines, but not Reverb Outpost related. The question I've got for you guys, and would love for you to answer and give me some feedback on in the comment section. At the time, wow, another mob party and a creeper just snuck up on me. Yikes. At the time that we are ready, which is not anytime soon, so just hear me out, to move on to another location, move on to another season, so to speak, of this world, what do you think I should do? Should I kind of keep the same format that we've done in this particular season, where I have named the season after the base that we are building and just kind of focus in on that and call it a day, and then wait for another season to go somewhere else? So should our seasons be focused on one location, or should we come up with a name for the world itself and have multiple bases in it, Reverb Outpost being one, and then just kind of keep the season going indefinitely, and then maybe do a reset every once in a while when we want to just like start from scratch and get rid of our tools. Well, not get rid of them, but put them in storage and start from scratch, have no materials, no supplies, no armor, no tools, like we're starting the survival series over. But we would build multiple locations at a time in any given season, whether it's, you know, a desert base and a jungle base, or in the next season, a water base and a mesa base. You know, what should we do? Should we focus on one location per season and really dig in and get a lot of really cool stuff done like we're doing in this one? Or when the time comes to reset, should we like take it slow and branch out and do multiple locations at a time? Would you guys prefer more variety, or would you prefer building a really cool base all at once and focusing in on that? So give me your feedback on that. I would love to know what you guys think about that particular subject. This might have something to do with a little bit of our lag issue. Found this guy in this ravine that we've got going on here. It's just kind of on its own. We're going to break that because we don't need it. We've already got a zombie farm. Ooh, diamond horse armor. That's good. And we've got some iron and some bones and some gunpowder. We're going to need that for rockets. Ooh, I didn't see that. We've got iron horse armor too. Perfect. Okay. Well, found a zombie spawner and it's gone. I'm not joking. I've been at this for over an hour. I've been clearing out cave system after cave system around the base area and have found groupings of mobs like this all over the place. I think we found our source of lag. I'm not anywhere close to being done with the cave system. I don't think. There's a lot. There are so many branches that I haven't gone down yet that I'm going to have to light up, and I'm probably going to find groupings of mobs like this. Little mob parties. We're going to have to get them out of here. It's causing lots of issues with mob spawnage on the surface and with lag. It's not good. It's not good. After a pretty intense and pretty long session down in the caves, we got a ton of it lit up. I think there's still some left, but check it out. It's a lot smoother back here. It's still a little bit less frame rate than the rest of the base, but it's much better. And as usual, last thing we need to do in today's episode is add a new person to the Purple Squadron in the subscriber barracks, and today, Z Phoenix 27, you have found your place a home in the Purple Squadron. Welcome to the Reverb Outpost. Thank you for being so active. I really appreciate your support in the comment section. Welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We got a few small projects done today, which took a lot longer than I thought they were going to, especially lighting up the cave system. That took a long time, and I'm glad we did it because less lag. Lag is bad, and more mobs on the surface, which, you know, could be good or bad either way, depending on how you see that. But I'm happy that there are more creepers on the surface because we need lots and lots and lots and lots of gunpowder for our rockets, so we can fly around in this world. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section. Give me some feedback. I know I haven't asked for that in a long time. I normally don't these days because you guys are usually pretty good about giving feedback, whether you like the video or not, and giving suggestions on what you'd like to see in the future. And if you really enjoyed this episode and the videos I've got on my channel, be sure to check out my Patreon. I've got a lot of really cool rewards that you guys might enjoy as well, including access to a private Discord channel for everybody that donates on Patreon, and for the $5 tier and up, everybody gets early access to world downloads, which I believe is going to be in the next episode. So people that are in that tier will get early access to a new world download of this world to get all the builds. So check that out if you're interested. Would love to have you as part of that community as well. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.